Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the new lecture of Business Studies Grade 10 Marketing Mix Price Element. In the last lecture, we studied the product element of the marketing mix, what activities it involves in marketing a product with the aspect of the product itself. Here, we are going to study the activities that will market a product with the aspect of its price, how a price can be set so that the product will be marketed successfully, that is, it will satisfy the customer's needs and wants the most with the aspect of the price. In this topic, first we will study pricing methods along with the role of pricing, which will help us to establish an appropriate and suitable pricing method. And in the end, we will study price elasticity of a product. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the second lecture of business studies. In the last class, we studied marketing mix, the element of product. We revised the definition of marketing, which is identifying the customer's needs and wants and satisfying them properly. Then we started revising marketing mix, okay? In that marketing mix, we revised in the first lecture the product, the element of product, okay? In this lecture, we are going to revise the element of price. It's good practice when studying business studies lectures and attending these PPTs. It's better if you open up your books. You will easily understand what is going on in the class. Anyways, so first of all, the heading says the role of pricing. Why is price important? First of all, let's talk about what is the connection in price being the element of the marketing mix. Marketing mix का ये जो element है, price, ये क्यों है element marketing mix में? Marketing mix वो तमाम activities को कहा जाता है that go into marketing a product, that go into satisfying the customer's needs and wants, in simple words. So in other words, what we are trying to say is how price can satisfy customers' needs and wants. This is why price is there as an element of the marketing mix. So role of pricing, setting the right price directly determines the sale of the product, and that's true. Setting the right price directly determines the sale of the product. How is that possible? If a high price is set of a low quality good or service, a loss will be incurred. When the quality of good or service is very high and you set a low price, I actually said the opposite. If a high price is set of a low quality good or service, if the quality of a good or service is very low and you set a high price, your sales will be low. People will not buy it. And those few people who will buy it, वो ये बात फैला देंगे कि इस प्रोडक्ट की क्वालिटी अच्छी नहीं है और प्राइस बहुत ज़्यादा है. A loss will be incurred. If a low price is set for a high quality good or service, again it will be a loss or a disadvantage. Sales will be low. अगर हमने गलती से एक अच्छी क्वालिटी वाली गुड की प्राइस सेट कर दी कम, तो उल्टा हमारा ही लॉस है. दोनों केसेस में अगर प्राइस ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा नीचे कर दी तो भी हमारा लॉस है, प्राइस को ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा बढ़ा दिया तो भी हमारा लॉस है. दैट इज़ वाई लुकिंग एट द कंडीशंस ऑफ द मार्केट एंड इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन, डिमांड एंड सप्लाई, उन सबको देखते हुए सेटिंग द राइट प्राइस is very, very important if you intend, if you need to satisfy customers' needs and wants or market a product. I hope you all understand the role of pricing now. More or less it's given the same thing in your book as well. Now let's have a look at methods of pricing. The first comes cost plus pricing. Cost plus pricing refers to calculating the total cost of producing the output and adding a percentage markup for profit on that product. First of all, we incur costs in making a certain product or service. Providing a service and making a certain product, we incur a cost. When we incur that cost, we add a little percentage of that cost to the total cost so that the final sale price is achieved. We add that little percentage profit on cost. Always remember, profit on cost is called markup. Always remember that profit on cost is called markup. You will study that in accounts as well. So we incur a cost, we take out a small percentage, whether 1%, 2%, 5% or 10% of the total cost, and we add to the total cost to arrive at the selling price. Cost price plus profit is equal to your selling price. The benefits and limitations, there are benefits of this method. This is easy to apply. Different profit margins can be used in different markets. Each product earns the profit of the business. If there are limitations here, business could lose sales if the selling price is higher than competitors' prices. A total profit will only be made assumption even when the products are sold. This is all I'm reading from the book. So आप इसको revise कर सकते हैं book से. Thank you. Let's move on to the next slide. Yes, the second is competitive pricing. Competitive pricing refers to setting a price in accordance with the price of the competitor or marginally below that. The aim is to capture the market more than the competitor. I hope this is clear enough. Competitive pricing में क्या होता है? You keep in view the activities or the moves of your competitor. You always have in mind how your competitor is acting. उसी हिसाब से you plan your move in setting a price. Whatever price is set in the market, you will try to set that same very price according to your competitor or just marginally a little lesser than that so that the customer comes to you first. The aim is definitely to capture the market. Benefits and limitations, let's read those benefits and limitations down there. Benefits say sales are likely to be high as the price is at a realistic level and the product is not a little overpriced. When you will look at your competitor's price and then set a price, the product will never be overpriced or underpriced because the whole market is reacting on the mechanism of demand and supply. So it is highly likely that a right price will be set. It is often used when it is difficult for consumers to tell the difference when the products are different. Businesses limitations say if the costs of production for a business are higher than those of competitors, perhaps because the products of higher quality, then a competitive price could lead to losses being made. Yes, that's true. For example, if you are incurring a higher cost due to any reason than your competitor, probably you are not operating on a large enough scale and your competitor is operating on a very large scale. So your competitor will take an advantage of economies of scale, whereas you cannot take an advantage of economies of scale. Your cost will be high. Then if you set a price according to your competitor, it may lead to lower profits or losses to you. If you are making a higher quality product, definitely the price will have to be set higher than your competitor, which will take you out of the market because competitors will be pricing it low. So these are a few disadvantages, benefits and limitations you can always study from the book. I hope you all understand the competitive pricing. Now there is penetration pricing. Penetration pricing is a step ahead than competitive pricing. Penetration pricing says this is where the price is set well below the competitor's prices. This is often a strategy where a new product is launched in a market where competition is high. Now, penetration pricing, the word penetration means, literally it means to burst into something. We can take a meaning of penetration as to burst into something, to make way for itself and to burst. So it is clear from the word itself, penetration pricing, that this is a strategy set to make the product settle into the market, penetrate into the market. Often when a product is launched, penetration pricing is undertaken and a price is set well below the competitor's price, so that that product may have a firm footing in the market. This is often a strategy where a new product is launched in the market where competition is high. Especially when competition is high, you cannot set a high price. And to make a way for yourself, definitely you are going to set a lower price to make a place for your product in the market, because there are already your competitors present in the market. They will never let you in. They are operating before you, so they will never let you in. So that is why penetrating pricing is a good strategy to launch your market. Benefits often used for newly launched products to create an impact with customers that we've already discussed. Market share should be built up quickly. Limitations are the product is sold at a low price because the profit per unit may be low. That's true. Customers might get used to low prices and reject the product if the business starts to raise the price as the product early success. For example, if through penetration pricing your product is successful, then when the producer starts increasing the price, customers will not take it. They may have get used to low prices and may reject the product if the business starts to raise the price. This cannot be done with the branded product. So where people go for the branded product, they are excluded already from that market. So these are a few limitations. I hope we all understand now what is penetration pricing. Please read from the book. It says almost more or less the same thing. And read the advantages and disadvantages from there. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the next slide. The next pricing strategy is price skimming. Now, price skimming is exactly the opposite of penetration pricing. Price skimming is exactly the opposite of penetration pricing. Price skimming says this refers to setting a high price of a new product that is being launched. This is to signify some special or distinctive features different from the competitor's products. This is often done to show that the product is for the elite class and not for everyone. Is it clear now? Okay. Price skimming, where penetration pricing we saw that a price is set well below that of the competitor's product. In price skimming, a price is set which is quite high. When the price is high, definitely it will create an impression in the minds of the market, of the market that you're targeting, in the minds of the people, that there is something distinctive or qualitative in the product well above the others. Often it is done, if not always, often it is done of a new product that is being launched, which indicates or which signifies that there are some special or different features, distinctive features, qualitative distinctive features from the competitor's product. And it is often done to show that the product is for elite class. It may be the case that most of you may not be able to afford it and that the product is not for everyone. Only a few in the market will be able to afford it. The price skimming is a strategy where a higher price is set. So definitely if the price is higher, not all will be able to afford it. If we talk about the product life cycle of a product that whose price is set through price skimming, the product life cycle will be finished quite soon, quite quickly, sooner than the others, and the product will be pulled off the market because there is not a huge market for that product. Your book says price skimming is where a high price is set for a new product on the market. The price skimming, the product is usually a new invention or a new development of an old product. That is more or less the same thing. You can always go and study that price skimming definition from the book. I will throw some light on the benefits and limitations of the strategy. Benefits say skimming can help establish the product as being of good quality. Definitely if the price will be higher, people immediately will have an impression that there is something different or qualitative about the product. High research and development costs can be rapidly recouped from the profit made of the product at a high price. You can always cover your costs at a faster pace. That means if the profits are high, you can always beat your competitors if the product is unique. Limitations are not all can buy it. Everybody cannot be benefited that is. And high profits may encourage different other competitors as well. When people see that the high profits can be made out of that certain sale of a product, out of the sale of a certain product, that will encourage many more competitors, many more other suppliers to join the production of that product, and that will again saturate the market. So this is one limitation or benefit or disadvantage of the method price skimming. It will give rise to competition and saturate the market eventually. Right. So point number 5 is the 5th strategy, pricing strategy, is promotional pricing. Promotional pricing is quite self-explanatory. This is where the price is set low for a certain period of time or for limited time. Example, winter sale, etc. This is often done to clarify the unsold stock. Now this is, I'm sure you people must have seen it practically, where you people go to buy a lot of products on sale. They are often on sale because that stock, that stock, those goods that are being sold on sale are often leftovers or the leftover stock from the last period. Okay. And producers need to clarify that. If they will not clear that stock, if they will not clear that stock will claim a place and it will not allow the new goods that will be coming in. So for their own benefit, they can lower the price for a certain season or for a certain period so that the stock is cleared quickly and new stock may come in which will earn more profits. Your book says promotional pricing is when a product is sold at a very low price for a short period of time. Benefits are it gets rid of unwanted inventory. That's true. If sales are falling, it can give a boost to your sales. Now limitations are revenues will definitely be lower and your competitors may surpass you, or it can give rise to a fierce competition. So this is what promotional pricing is all about. It is done for promotion and clearing the stock in limited time. I hope you all understand this slide now. Thank you. Let's move on to the next slide. The next in line is dynamic pricing. Now dynamic pricing is not a separate pricing strategy, however it's a way to set a price. And that says this is where different prices are charged in the different sections or segments of the market. depending upon the willingness and ability of the customers, consumers to pay. Also, the supply of the good is considered in setting the price. Dynamic pricing, the word dynamic itself explains that it is changeable. It is readily changeable. Dynamic means it can adapt changes. Dynamic means it is ready to change. Dynamic pricing is where different prices are charged in the different sections or segments of the market. Depending upon the willingness and ability of the customers, of the consumers to pay. Different classes, same products are being set at different prices for different classes of customers. Those who can pay well, they can buy a higher or a better quality good or service than that very product. And those who can pay less may also get a moderate version of that good. Sometimes the same exact good is placed at a high price for rich people, and that same product is priced at a low price for people whose willingness and ability to pay is lesser. This we may have seen in the market also practically. The same shoe or any product, if placed in places like posh areas, Clifton, Defense, etc., it will be priced higher. If that same product is placed at a shop in the areas of mediocre income earners, it will be priced at a lower price than before. We all must have seen it. Book says dynamic pricing is when businesses change product prices, usually when selling online, depending on the level of demand. Many businesses sell their products using different pricing methods for different segments of the market or at different times. This is often called dynamic pricing, when customers have charged prices according to their ability to pay or the available supply of a product. Demand and supply have a huge role, important role to play in this. The price is only dependent upon the demand and supply. Also depends upon the supply. When the supply is high, the prices will be generally low. And when the supply is a little short, prices will shoot. Will rise. Basically, the prices will be changed for the same product depending upon the circumstances, on the demand and supply, and on the willingness and ability to pay of a customer. I hope now we all understand dynamic pricing. So this is pretty much it. The pricing strategies are finished now. On the next slide there is a small assignment. I would like all of you to go through that. Thank you.